The following message is transmitted at the request of the Cook County Emergency Management. A powerful explosion has occurred at a facility in the area of Lake Calumet and the intersection of South Stony Island Avenue and East 122nd Street. It appears that witnesses miles away from the area reported a large explosion along with a very bright light. This explosion has decimated 8 city blocks around the area, causing massive damage to buildings. The explosion was powerful to cause minor damage to buildings outside the area along with minor injuries. It is possible that this was a chemical or radiological explosion, and it is unknown if the explosion is an act of terrorism or has released materials into the air. Emergency management officials want residents within a 5-mile radius of the explosion to remain indoors and cover windows, doors and vents with towels, rugs and clothes. Because the explosion may have released particles into the air that could pose as a health risk, do not travel into this area as police and emergency personnel have shut off the area. Interstate 94 between mile markers 70 and 83 is closed until further notice. South Torrance Avenue is closed from West State Street north to East 95th Street. More road closures may follow and motorists are urged to follow later statements. Stay tuned for cable and media outlets for further updates on this developing situation.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the Los Angeles Office of Emergency Management. The following is a civil danger for the city of Los Angeles. An earthquake with a magnitude of 7.5 occurred 10 miles west-northwest of the city of Los Angeles at approximately 1 a.m. Multiple reports from emergency management officials and witnesses in the area of the Page Museum and La Brea Tar Pits have reported a volcano erupting from the pits and spewing lava and ash within the park and onto Wilshire Boulevard, and releasing lava bombs within a 3-mile radius area. This volcano has caused fires along Wilshire Boulevard and neighboring communities. Police, fire, and EMS are currently busy in an attempt to extinguish the fires and are in the process of preventing the situation from becoming worse. If you require medical treatment or must evacuate, residents should go to Cedars-Sinai Medical Center. The Office of Emergency Management is urging residents to stay at home and avoid traveling in the area near the La Brea Tar Pits. Do not leave your homes unless necessary. Stay tuned for further updates regarding this dangerous situation and be prepared to take action and follow later evacuation orders.
Flash flood statement from the National Weather Service office in Evansville, Indiana. A flood warning in effect for a dam failure in Dubois County, Indiana has been extended to 6 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time Sunday. At 4:23 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time Saturday, Dubois County Emergency Management reported that the dam near the town of Huntingburg has failed, resulting in additional flooding in rural areas outside Huntingburg. The town of Huntingburg has already received flooding up to 4 feet within the past 12 hours. As a result, additional flooding from the dam break will increase flooding up to a height of 20 feet. Residents that did not heed past evacuation orders have 10 minutes to evacuate to higher ground. If you haven't evacuated, evacuate now.
This is the Los Angeles County Emergency Alert System. This is not a test. The Los Angeles Office of Emergency Management is now in full mobilization. All off-duty officers as well as off-duty firemen and off-duty emergency medical technicians are directed to contact their unit of assignment as soon as possible regarding the situation. Due to the escalation of the situation and seriousness of the problems that are occurring, the Office of Emergency Management has mobilized all emergency personnel. The Office of Emergency Management along with local authorities have shut off the following boundary areas of the Los Angeles area to all civilian traffic, which will include Santa Monica Boulevard on the north, the Santa Monica Freeway on the south, La Cienega Boulevard on the west, and Arlington Avenue and Wilton Place on the east. The California Army National Guard has been deployed to assist the Los Angeles Police Department in a mutual aid operation to restore law and order, and to protect life and property. This concludes this activation of the Los Angeles County Emergency Alert System.
Stand by for an administrative message from civil authorities.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the Cook County Emergency Management. A shelter-in-place warning for residents near Lake Calumet and the intersection of South Stony Island Avenue and East 122nd Street has been lifted. Emergency management officials and hazmat teams did not locate the presence of chemical or radiological materials in the area from an explosion at a facility within the half hour. Many have been treated from minor injuries from the explosion and there are no reports of loss of life. However, an area boundary of East 103rd Street to the north, East 130th Street to the south, Interstate 94 to the east, and South Torrance Avenue to the west remains closed to all civilian traffic with exception to emergency personnel. Motorists should stay in tune with radio and traffic reports on detours around the affected area. This concludes the shelter-in-place warning for Cook County. This message was transmitted at the request of the Cook County Emergency Management.
This concludes the administrative message for the Chicago area. We will return to normal programming.